Good morning. As you guys know, I'm out today, but I want to make sure that you get the information. Hopefully at this time your binders have been organized with the paper, but if we didn't get a chance to do that, let's go over the notes and then hopefully you'll have time to do that. If not, when I get back, we'll go over that. But this unit is all about geometry. A lot of it you've seen before, so a lot of this is going to be refresher, but I want to make sure that you get the information. So we're going to go over the notes together, and then hopefully you guys have a chance to do some practice problems and homework in class. So the first part of the geometry unit is angles. So it's real important that our language is the same when we're talking about that. So when we go over angles, we know that an angle is formed by two rays. And hopefully you remember that a ray has one endpoint and an arrow on the other side, like a sun ray. So this would be the sun, and then rays come out from the sun. This endpoint is called the vertex. And the rays are called the sides. So if we look at this picture over here, BA is the ray, BC is a ray, and those are the sides that make up the angle, and B is the vertex, okay? So the symbol for angle, when we write it, is just a little sign, and it looks like a less than sign, but that's what it looks like. Angles are typically named using 3 letters, and I say typically, and we're going to go over circumstances where it's not. The middle letter must always represent the vertex. Angles can be used by name just the vertex if it is the only angle located at that vertex. So on this picture, since this is the only vertex, it would be appropriate to name this angle B. Okay? It would be appropriate in this case. When referring to the measure of an angle, we use a lowercase m. So for example, if I wanted to name this, I would say the measurement of angle ABC is equal to 60 degrees. So I am naming the measurement. When I talk about the number, the 60-degree part, you must have this M in front of it, okay? All right, so that's the first part of the notes. Let's talk about the types of angles, right? Types of angles. We have acute angles, and you will remember acute angles are less than 90 degrees. We have right angles, and we know it's a right angle when it has that little mark right there. And right angles are equal to 90 degrees. We have obtuse angles, and obtuse angles are greater than 90 degrees. And then we have a straight angle, and a straight angle is equal to 180 degrees, okay? In example 1, if I look over here to the left, this is what my example looks like, and it's saying name the vertex of the angle. The vertex is K. I'm labeling it just K because it is a point, and in geometry, we label points with a capital letter. So you must label these with capital letters because these are all points. That's a very important information to remember. If I want to name the sides of the angle, remember sides are rays, so I'm going to name it KL, and notice I have this ray sign above KL, and the arrow is pointing in the direction of L. So KL and KJ, and the arrow points to the right. There are 3 ways to name this angle. I can name it angle LKJ, all uppercase, but notice the vertex is in the middle. So I go LKJ. I can name it angle JKL, JKL. And because there's only one angle, I can name it angle K. Okay? I cannot label it JLK because that's not the vertex. Remember that vertex always has to go in the middle. If I want to classify this angle, I can look at the picture and know that it is obtuse. It is greater than 90 degrees. Example 2, name the vertex of the angle. It is angle R. The sides of the angle are ray RS and ray RQ. 3 ways to name the angle. Angle SRQ angle QRS, and because there's only one angle, I can name it angle S. And if I want to classify this angle, it is a right angle. If you have any questions at this point, pause the video and go over those real quick. All right, otherwise, let's move on to the next side when we solve for angle measurements. So if I know the measurement of angle A is 12x minus 5, if x equals 9, find the measure of A, then classify the angle. Okay, so if angle A is 12x minus 5, I know that x is 9, so I'm going to do 12 times 9 minus 5, and 12 times 9 is 108, I believe, 118. No, that's not right. It is, it's 108. It's 108. I was right the first time. So it's 108, and then 108 minus 5 is 103. So if this angle is 103 degrees, I know that it is obtuse. All right, go ahead and take a second to do the odd ones on your own. Pause this video, do the odd ones on your own, and I'm going to give you just the answer. If you're not getting this answer, let me know, and Miss Patterson will go over it with you. So the answer to number 3 is going to be 26 degrees, and it is acute. The answer to number 5 is going to be the measure of angle C is equal to 73 degrees, and the measure of angle D is equal to 42 degrees. Miss Patterson's going to give you the answers to number 7. I've got to pause here. So I will be back for the notes to your second part.